Hello, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. I'm Chance, also known as Maras. In the last episode, we made it to Lothering, got Sten, Liliana. We've basically been talking around town, doing some weird odd jobs. Um, I debated heavily whether or not I'd lower the difficulty to hard because um, I know for a fact that there's a bunch, not a bunch, but there's a couple of difficult fights here in Lothering. Um, and I instead decided I will download the extra dog slot, like I debated in the previous recording, just so that I could use the dog and see if that makes things a little bit easier for me. I know, like, a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't use it, da, da, da. It's not a good thing." Well, I know for a fact I will never use the Mabari. When you have an option between having the Mabari or having a party member, I always take a party member that isn't the Mabari, simply due to the fact that it's not like OP. Like you have two health, you have a separate health situation, and
Finally, some wildlife. I thought everything was out to get us.
I don't know. It's just like there's a lot of factors that kind of play in hand. I didn't even realize she's got some wounds. Yeah, so we all got our asses handed to us. Wait, I thought Morgan had one. Doesn't Morgan have one? I guess she doesn't. But yes, so for now, I'll keep it like this. If, for instance, I still can't handle hard difficulty, even with like the Mabari mod, I'll just lower it to hard difficulty and remove the mod. The only reason why I kind of want to have the mod is simply due to the fact that I know for a fact I'm not going to use the dog. Unlike the dog has... I don't even think we could select them. But the dog... I can select them like this. Already loyal. Has 100% loyalty, meaning no matter what you do, he's going to be loyal to whatever it is you say. He doesn't use the same recovery items as you, so if you bring the dog, the only way you can heal him is with a rest, I believe. And I don't think there is a injury kit for the dog itself. You can't heal him with poultices. You can only heal him with the Mabari crunches. He gets only, I think, 2 pieces of equipment, I believe. So you can't mitigate like the storage space by just equipping stuff to him. And also, his abilities are very limited. Like, you only get this as abilities, and then obviously his his statistics. So using the dog is just never really good in a playthrough. At least from what I've experienced. I've never actually used the dog throughout a playthrough unless I don't recruit specific party members. Is like the only exception. If like, oh, I'm not gonna recruit, let's say, I'm not gonna recruit Sten, I'm gonna kill him instead, even though I don't see why you would, but like, let's say you're a ruthless warden and you just kill, you know, the weak, so to say. So like, you decide to kill him, then okay, well now you have less members. Like, the only 2 mandatory members you can get, I believe, is Alistair, Morrigan, and I think Leliana. I think Leliana will say she'll join you regardless. I think. I can't remember exactly. The rest of the companions, oh, maybe it might be Win. I don't know. I think there's 3 mandatory like companions. The rest are just you're forced to have them kind of situation. Actually, I think I'm gonna replace Sten with Alistair for now. I feel like we don't have. I mean, oh.
Of damnation.
Indeed.
Yes.
Blast and damnation.
Yes.
Indeed.
There we go. It was glitching because of the mod. I heard there's also a glitch where you can't enter the camp. I really hope that's not the case. We shall see. If anything, you won't see this recording, and I'll just uninstall the mod, complete this whole section, and then come back with the mod, because I think it's just getting to the camp from Lothering is a problem, not like anything else. It's literally just trying to get to the camp is the problem. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now. I know for a fact that some people are gonna be upset. I don't care. This is my playthrough. Dragon Age, as I mentioned prior, I've never beaten it on the hardest difficulty because there's no real rhyme or reason, at least for me, to beat it on the hardest difficulty. Like there was no achievements for it. There's no like, oh, you get a goodie bag if you do it kind of thing. It's quite literally just you do it if you want, or if you feel like the game is too easy, you can do it. And most people don't play the game for its difficulty. At least I find. Oh my god, they're tearing us apart. There goes Morgan. Yeah, there goes Alistair. And I didn't save, I don't think. I don't know when the last save was. I think I pressed the button. Nope, it's all the way back here. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, cleared out the same stuff all over again. And that's partly the reason why I don't want to have, what's it called? I don't want to have to play on this hardest difficulty for mostly that reason. Not like it's that, like, you know, hard, whatnot, but I'm technically unoptimized with how I'm playing. I'm not really using all my equipment. I'm not maximizing all the fun stuff, which, again, is negatively affecting me. But I don't want to play like that. I mean, I'm gonna have to, obviously, at this point. It seems like it's either do this or constantly die over and over again. So that's it's a shame, but you know, it's what we're gonna have to do. And well, let's go. Yeah, it's better. And again, it's like what the hell does this do? Oh, boost experience by 1%. Okay. I should give that to Morrigan. Then I'll give Feral Wolf Charm to Liliana. See, now we're a little bit more optimized. Yeah, like, I'm probably going to be learning the wrong spells. I'm probably going to be learning the wrong stuff here and there. And I don't want to like the reason why I don't want like I downloaded the dog mod is I don't want to constantly have to be like, oh, we died in combat, I'll be back, redo all that stuff over and over again, which is why I'm considering just switching to hard. We'll see. We'll see how it goes after I finish all the quests in Lothering, and then I'll decide whether or not I'll switch to hard. And I might even keep the dog mod even if on hard, just because like again, I like the dog mod. I like having the dog. It doesn't necessarily break too much because like the Morgan.
Right there.
Alright. Because, like, essentially, if I remember correctly, the best way to play this game is to play it as a mage. And, you know, having two mages in the party makes a lot of things easier.
On it.
Like, the optimal way to play is to have like two mages, one warrior to be like the tank, and then a rogue so that you can pick locks. That's like the prime optimal way to play this game. And from what I'm going to be playing this game as, I'm just going to take whoever seems the best for that situation. Because like, oh, we're gonna go to Dwarven place, I'll take the Dwarven companion. Or oh, we're going to the Elven place, I'll take the Elven companion, just to see what dialogue options they have. Normally how I play this game is like, these are the companions I want to play with, so that's the companions I will be using.
Hurry. Another battle I saw. On your guard. Another battle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down. Liliana might go down. Put that on him. And this. And this.
Oh, this should be good.
Give Liliana the last health cultist. Yeah, first level. Should get a little bit more.
Begin the onslaught.
Oh, poor Dougie.
You cannot win. Let us end this.
And just killed this bandit leader, and we are home free. There we go. Do I not get experience while I'm down? Is that a thing? That's probably a thing. That's probably a thing. I would make that a thing if I were
On it.
if I were a game dev. Here, let's what? Oh,
Blast and damnation.
Blasted, yes.
Indeed.
let's give Sten his Kunari gear, or assume what they intended for you to give to Sten. It's got a Kunari thickened hat. Although the greatsword is not as good as the chastened flatblade, I believe. Oh, it is better, but it doesn't have the armor penetration. So we'll keep it on anyways. Alright, now that we're done that side quest, we'll turn it in, get experience and whatnot. Ta-da! Oh, I forgot. Okay. There's only one more encounter. Actually, there's a couple more encounters. I believe completing the bandit quest also unlocks some more side quests to do. Um, but there is another encounter that you could have, or two more encounters in Lothering. Each, each a bit challenging. I believe the second one's not as challenging, but it does have a mage in it, I believe. Mages are kind of OP in this game, which is why I mentioned if you want to be optimal, you would either play as a mage or you would have two mages in your party. At this point, you can't have two mages in your party, but you know what I mean. If you were a mage, you could be the second mage, kind of thing. Elf fruit.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Cool. I leveled up. Bring it to 25, so I could get these when I have the opportunity. Get taunt, so I won't be using it. Won't be using it as much. When bears attack, half of fed the farmer and his departed son. I inscribe upon this missive, as maker as my witness, I charge all those with the knowledge of arms and armor to brave those dangerous northern woods to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Aneth, for they are an abomination in the maker's sight, and their hideous and their hides would prove great comfort for northern farms and solace to Thed's family. As a chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries this out. The makers will exercise caution first and foremost. May his light bathe us all. Last keepsake. Thanks to the villagers who opened their barns and crofts to refugees in these dark times, the chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing, as she's been missing for the better part of a week. As of this writing, she's presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years, red hair, and fond of green cloak. If any travelers or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such a keepsake to remember his brave mother by. The office of the chanter will compensate this kindness with a sum of 50 silvers. May the maker turn his gaze to us all, or on us all. So we got 3. Oh, I have qualified for a specialization. Do I? Oh, I guess I do have them unlocked. So I have all these specializations unlocked. Normally you get these through specific things. This is if you become a champion of Redcliffe, I believe. This is if you befriend Alistair or buy a book, I believe, or maybe both of them. This is if you befriend Ogren or buy a book, or maybe you only could get it from a book, I can't remember. And this one you get from doing the evil, air quote, evil variant of a main quest mission. I don't know which one would be best. Constitution, physical resistance, strength and health, willpower and cunning. I definitely don't want Templar because I don't think I'll be focusing on mages. As I think I'll be a frontliner, so either Reaver or Berserker, or even both. Maybe even Champion. Skill to press enough inspires allies, champion to diminish foes. These heroes define commanding an army or plunging along into danger, somehow making it look easy. Demonic spirits teach more than blood magic. The Reavers terrorize their enemies, feast upon their souls of their slain opponents to heal their own flesh. They can unleash a blood frenzy that makes them more powerful as they come nearer to their own deaths. First Berserkers were dwarves. They sacrificed finesse for dark rage that increased their strength and resilience. Eventually, dwarves taught these skills to others. Now Berserkers are found amongst all races. They are renowned for terrifying these adaptations. I'll take Champion, I guess. Or Berserk. Okay. Mostly because of debuffing, I believe. I could debuff my enemies and buff my allies, which would be good. I'll take Berserker, actually. But sacrificing finesse, I don't know what that means in comparison. I'll take Champion. Because I feel like I wasn't planning on Cake, but I think buffing my allies are better than champion's presence nearby, giving them bonus to attack defense while its mode's active. Coupled with motivate, the attack roll bonus will increase. Champion inspires the allies with their own vigor. Rally talent now increases attack in addition to defense bonus. Champion is fearsome. That war cry now knocks bound. Yeah. The war cry, I believe, debuffs enemies and buffs allies, which would be good for a leader frontline build, since I'm always in the front line. I'm always getting surrounded, because that's the one negative thing about Dragon Age, is you, as the main character, always have to go first. Oh shit, I did not see. Is that bears? Oh fuck
It
me.
shall be as you say.
That is way too many dogs.